Welcome to the channel. Let's learn how to make this beautiful rich aunty Asian gown. It's big, it's beautiful and it's beginner friendly. So I'll be using the hip measurement of the client, which is 44 divided by 4. That will give me 11. Because it's A shape and it doesn't have zip, I want it to be free, that it will enter the person. So I will mark, that's 44 divided by 4, that's 11. 11 plus 1 inch for it to be free at the hip. Then I'm still going to add another 2 inches. I may not use all the 2 inches. Then I will use 5 inches for the fullness at the down part. So in summary, the hip measurement divided by 4 plus 7 inches. That's the quantity of fabric I will fold, so that I will not waste my fabric and I will not end up stressing myself folding and unfolding again. So that's just me folding out the exact fabric that I need. Then I'm cutting it out. I'm going to cut out this another pieces exactly like this. This one can serve for the front panel. Then I'll cut another pieces exactly the same measurement. I'll cut it out. That's 17 unfold. That's 19 unfold. That's 19 unfold. I mean 19 unfold by the length of the person. The actual length is what I need. The length of the person is what I need. So the length of the lace, that's exactly what I need. So I don't need to remove anything from it. So I'm just trying to make sure the service head are right, so that one part is no longer than the other. I'm setting the front panel and the back panel very well for accuracy. So now that's my back. Back is 18 divided by 2, that's 9. So then I mark ½ inch there for my slope, for shoulder slope. So from after shoulder slope, that's another 9. The 9 is for my bust line. After the 9 inches, I mark 17 inches. That's a half length, the shoulder to waist. Then from shoulder to waist, from shoulder to hip line, I'm using 24. I've already measured it on half. So I'm coming back to the neckline now. I'm firstly going to remove the neckline of the back. This one is 3.5. I'm marking 3.5 for the width, and the depth I'm going to use 2. For the depth I'm using 2. So the 2, I'll firstly square it out before I cuff it. Just watch what I'm doing. For that hip line, your shoulder to where the fullness part of your hip, some people use 23, some people use 24, 25. So it depends on you, how tall you are. So this neckline, I'm cuffing it out to perfect round neck. Okay, so I'll connect to the shoulder slope like this. Then on my chest line, which is from my shoulder to 9 inch. Don't forget that 9 inch is the shoulder measurement divided by 2. I measured it on the shoulder line, and I also measure it down from my shoulder to 9. On that very 9, that's where I'll measure my bust measurements. Are you getting it? Bust measurement. Now our bust measurement is I'm going to use the same method. So our bust measurement is 42 divided by 4. that's 10.5, that's 10 and quarter. 10 and quarter, I'm adding 1 inch freeness and 2 inches for extra. I may not use that 2 inches, but I'm just putting the 2 inches because the person is on the side, big side. She always had width, so I'm putting SS for her. So that's that. My bust measurement plus 1 for freeness, but plus 2 for sewing allowance. Now I'll go back to my waist. I'll divide our waist again by 4. I will add 1 inch for freeness and then another 2 inches for sewing allowance. So on the waist, I'm still going to use the same method. Waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for freeness, then plus 2 inches for sewing allowance. I'm confirming my shoulder measurement 9 inches. I'm confirming it before I cut it out. 9 inches. Then I'm confirming the hip measurement. Don't forget the same measure, hip plus 1 inches for freeness and 2 inches for allowance. Then I'll connect everything. Make sure everything is connected to the 19 inches fullness. 19 inches fullness. So I'll now cut it out. Don't forget the neck measurement for the back. I use it for both front and back for now. 3.5 wideness and 2 inches length. 3.5 by 2 inches deep for the neck at the back. So I'll blend it and cut it out. For the front neckline, I will measure 6.5. I'll place my tape rule from the shoulder to 6.5 and connect it to that 3.5 of the shoulder width. Okay, I'll cut it out. For the sleeve, our sleeve measurement is 22. So I'll add ½ inch to it to join the sleeve to the body. So I folded the fabric into 4. Firstly, fold it on double and fold it into 4 again to know the actual amounts of fabric you need so that you not waste your fabric. You calculate our back measurement divided by 2. Add 1 inch allowance to it because we added 1 inch to the bust. Then you add another 2 inches for the allowance to ease it, so making 12 inches. That's 9 plus 3, 12 inches. Then square it out or rectangle it out anyhow, like that. Mark it straight down like that. Then so the hem of the sleeve, you add 3 inches to it because it's not straight sleeve. It is wide at the wrist. So you add 3 inches to it. So that part will be 15 inches. So you connect from 12 to 15. Like so. From 12 to 15. Next thing is to remove the excess on the armpit. So for a size, I use 5 inches. I remove 5 inches from the armhole, then connect it to the edge of the sleeve, as you see me do. Connect it with a slant line, as you see me doing here. I divide that line into 3 equal half, go in by half, and come out by half. Just follow what I do. Then cut it out like so. Cut it out like that. It's time to knit up the necklines. So I'm starting with the front neckline. I'm using bias. Place your bias on the right side. You can see the bias is folded into 3 sections. Place it on the right side. Sew the first section on your fabric like so. Sew it on that line and sew it round through the V-neck like that. Then you do the same thing for the neck and the back neckline. Sew firstly on the right side, then turn it to the wrong side and sew it like this. Turn it like this and sew it. You turn the front parts too, the front bodies. You turn it on the neckline and sew it like so and make sure it's neat. You iron the neckline. This kind of fabric, you don't iron it on the right side, you iron it on the wrong side so that all the shining parts will not be removing. So I'm ironing out the neckline to make it neat and lay flat. Let's join the sleeve to the body. I've already joined the shoulder, the front and the back bodies together. So I'm placing the center of the sleeve on the line of the shoulder. Then I'm connecting it to a shoulder that it is rhyme. So you connect it like that and you sew it. Sew it and make sure everything is rhyme. See the way I'm connecting it. So you sew it with 1/2 inch round. I've watched this video up to this point and you have not yet subscribed, that's not good enough. Click on the subscribe button so that you get notification anytime I post a new video. And thank you for building this site together with me. So what I'm doing here is just to finish up the sleeve. I've turned it the wrong side outside, so I'm going to just maintain the line from my bust to the very end with ½ inch of the sleeve.